Hey guys, so in the last video I talked about not blaming other people for walking into the bathroom and how that can be a step towards creating that healthy sense of humanity, that shared humanity that, okay, these other people, they're just trying to make their way through life. I'm going to give you another example of what I'm talking about here in regards to other people, because this is all about how we perceive other people to be perceiving us. It's about what we think other people are thinking about us. I remember a time when I was visiting my parents and we went out for a meal, and we went to this place, and it was in a not very nice part of town, and there were some guys in that pub. We went to a pub and they looked pretty edgy. You know, there was that kind of edgy vibe to the place. It didn't appear to be a friendly place, or was it? You know, I think I have a lot of judgments about certain areas because I grew up in what we call here in the UK in the council estate. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of my family live in council estates and I visit there a lot, and I don't take issue with it now. But I had, you know, bad experiences in that place, in the ghetto, through bullying. So when I showed up in this pub, I was immediately on guard, and I remember sitting down there waiting for the meal with my pint of lager, my beer, and I thought, you know what, rather than assume and judge these people here, I'm going to assume instead that these people are decent people. I'm going to assume that the good people, that if I were to have a heart attack, that people would come out from the shadows and be concerned and want to help and call the ambulance. And that's what I assumed, and I relaxed into my body. Became conscious of my breathing, became conscious that, okay, I was judging them and assuming the worst, and I flipped it. And that's something that stayed with me when I go out there into public. You know, I assume and affirm the positive rather than assuming and affirming the negative, that everyone's out to get me, that everyone's out to make a fool of me, everyone's out to ridicule me, to point the finger. Really, the person who is ridiculing and pointing the finger is us. It's in our own mind. And you see, when we think negatively, we assume that other people see us in that light. And it's usually not the case. You know, the people that really love us and have always loved us continue to love us even when we're not showing love to ourselves. And that's something to really take on board and consider. So when I'm out there in public, you know, it's almost like wearing rose tinted glasses, but it works. It helps me to relax, and maybe I wouldn't go as far as to say every stranger is a friend that I've not met, but I do believe in my heart that there are good people out there, that if I was to have a heart attack or something, that people would come from out of the shadows and want to help. You know, people are genuinely quite friendly. Like, it's like when you stop someone and ask them for directions, or when someone asks you for directions, you know, we generally like to be able to help. You know, we want to give them the right directions. And it's another thing is when you meet someone and you go to hold out your hand, they instinctively hold out their hand to shake your hand. So people, when they're walking throughout the shopping mall, they're in their own heads, you know, thinking about their own thing. I hope you got some out of this video. I may explore this further. Catch you on the next one.